Hello everyone, it's me, Mrs. Day Gomez Lyons, and I'm here to present this website that I created for our digital unit lesson plan. If you will start with the Home tab, something to mention is that up here you will see all the different tabs that we will use in this lesson. And the first thing that you see on the home page is a brief About Me section. And if you click on this button, on the green titles are hyperlinked, you will be redirected to Novio, which is a website that allows you to record yourself and present at the same time. So here you will see just me explaining more about myself, my hobbies, and my interests. So going back, if we scroll down, you guessed right. This lesson, we will cover functions. And those functions include exponential, square root, cubed root, piecewise, step, absolute value, logarithmic, and trigonometric functions. So we will learn how to graph them by hand and also how to graph them using online tools like a graphing calculator. Down here, you will be able to see the California State Standards for our Algebra 2 class, and they will cover interpreting functions. Like I said, it's HSF.IF.C.7, and it wants us to learn how to graph those functions that we talked about. About the space includes information, just a quick overview of what each tab has in store for you. And down here you will find a contact me form. Take a look at this Google Translate button. If you click on it, every tab has one like it, and you are able to copy and paste any information from the website, and it will translate it for you in the language that you want. So it's a good tool to have for any people that need a translation. Next, we will go on to our lecture tab, because this is where the main part is of this digital lesson. So here you will find your lecture presentation, and it's embedded onto the website, so you don't have to get out of here, and you can go through the lesson, vocabulary, questions, and then the actual lesson plan. I had a lot of fun creating this for you guys. I try to be as creative as I can and as visual as it could be, so to keep you guys entertained. Down here you will find a guided notes worksheet, and it's a fill in the blank. So as you go along the lesson, you will also have to fill in as you go. So it's interactive, it keeps you engaged, and it's fill in the blank, so it's easier for you guys to follow along, and you guys have everything that you need for the lesson. Okay, if we go a little bit lower, we will see the slide set handout. So this is just like a little handout of that you can print out to follow along the PowerPoint. And these are just notes that I have for each slide. And these are the notes about the things I'm going to say that are not explicitly written on the screen, on the overhead, but they are things that I will say. So it's also very important for you guys to have these notes. Alright, so far so good. After one thing that we will be doing before and after the lesson is under the web exercise, which asks you to perform different levels of critical thinking using Bloom's taxonomy pyramid. And if you scroll down here and you click on this link, it will take you to the document, and you will find the directions on how to complete the assignment and how to submit it as well. If you scroll more down, this assignment is actually composed of 3 different parts. The first part is called what is a function, and it's what you complete before the lesson. So it asks you to do research on your own by watching this Khan's Academy video and answering these questions. And then the second part, it asks you to find a relationship between an input and an output and answering these questions. And the third part, I think, is the part that students will enjoy the most because it has simulations, like a real world connection to what we're doing in class, what we're learning. So, for example, this is a video of a guy going up the ladder and going down the slide. And what we want to do is we want to see the function, how his height changes in terms of time. So that real world application exercise you guys need to complete, and I will be able to see your answers, and I can tell the things that we need to work on as a class. But I'm hoping that you guys don't have any problems with that and you guys enjoy it. Down here, you guys can submit your website. So if you see it says to upload a file, so that means you will have to, you're going to have to export this document as a PDF to be able to upload it here. Now, another activity that I'll have you guys complete is the graphic organizer. So, here's an example of a graphic organizer. This was created using Popplet, and this is actually the example you guys will be doing. You will take every function type that we learned in class, and you will graph it. You will provide a description, the domain, and a sketch and a description on how to graph that, and it will help you organize all into one place all the different kinds of functions types that we learned about. So here are the directions, here is the sample, and here's the rubric. The rubric will help you understand how to get an A in this activity. Again, I embedded the sample here, so if you want to take a closer look and zoom in and see exactly what you need to do, read the instructions and view the sample. Again, here's the submission form. Go ahead and take a look at that. And next is the assessment. So, an assessment is something that we'll be using to see how much you guys know, how much you guys have learned, or where you guys are in terms of mastery level. So the first activity is a formative assessment, which, it's just a fun activity using Desmos. It's actually a card game where, let me log in, where you just sort cards, and you sort cards or you sort functions and you pair them up. So a cube root with a cube root, a parabola with a parabola, and stuff like that. So this is really fun. The next activity is a summative assessment. Well, it's not an activity, it's a summative assessment. And this is your big project. So this project is something that you will take what you learn in class and then apply it to the real world. So the first step to this project is to do your research. How functions are used in the real world. You're going to explore exponential functions, trigonometric, linear, or piecewise to function, and Down here I added more of a description of what you can research. And then after you've done your research, you will choose a problem to model. Ultimately, you will choose a function type that you would like to use to solve a problem. You will create that problem, and then you will create a presentation using a Novio, a YouTube, or any media presentation tool that includes these slides about your function. You're going to construct the function that models the data. You will graph it. You will have to graph it using Desmos or an online graphing tool and embed that function into your presentation. Then you will submit it using the submission form. And then you will also see, this is the thing about this formative assessment, is that you will also have to submit it here. Not just in the submission form, but also in a class presentations Google page. Everyone is required to submit, to create a new slide and submit a link to their video. And every student is required to comment on 2 students' videos. So here's the rubric. Pay attention to be able to get the full points. I know you guys will have a lot of fun completing this assignment. So now we'll explore the rest of the tabs. So the What is Mathematics tab includes information about answering the question, what is mathematics? I included different mathematicians, so you can click on their photo and it will take you to a history about them. Now, if I also included a video that talks about the different branches of mathematics. In the useful links, you will find collaboration communication tools, computational tools, educational resources, and health resources. Go ahead and explore through there. The Interactives tab includes simulations that will help you picture the concepts that we're learning in class and find a simulation that shows how it works in real life. The Internet Use tab is very important because since this is a digital unit lesson, we need to be safe. We need to learn how to be safe and know the tips and tricks of how to maintain our privacy while browsing the web. Our choice board is the final tab that we have to go over, and this is just a series of different activities that you guys can complete as homework to earn points. They range from activities using the internet, such as internet tools such as Quizlet, a Kahoot, or doing research, a presentation. So this is really fun because out of all of these activities, you only have to pick 3. Kind of like a game of tic-tac-toe. So everybody has to complete the middle one, and then you can choose any other 2 that you would like. To submit it, you click on this link. It'll take you to the submission form, and you will choose which option of the choice board you did, and you will paste the URL links, or you can also upload your files. But please, I prefer a URL over a file, if that's possible. Okay, so far that's all for the website. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm here again under the home tab. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see the contact me form. Please don't hesitate to contact me. This was really fun for me to create, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys and seeing all your work and how creative you guys are. Thank you.